Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 49. We are days, minutes, moments removed from NXT TakeOver Unopposed, which was one hell of a show. We open up tonight with NXT Commissioner William Regal's theme music hitting and him strolling down the ramp and towards the ring. William Regal calms the fans down and thanks them for being here tonight. He says tonight's a momentous occasion. Before tonight, he has a few things to announce as it relates to NXT TakeOver Legacy, which is our WrestleMania, everyone. He said Legacy is only 8 weeks away, and it's going to go flying by. William Regal announces that 3 matches have been signed already. He says that at NXT TakeOver Legacy, we're going to have the introduction of a new championship. The fans go crazy over this one. He says with NXT growing in popularity, with NXT having some of the best junior workers in the world today, it only makes sense at this point to break off the championship in weight classes. Regal says that at NXT TakeOver Legacy, we will crown our first ever NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion. How will this work? You'll find out next week. Playful boos can be heard. In addition to that championship match, so Regal's going to continue a 91A, guys, to get the show off to a hot start. Regal with a 91A here in the opening segment tonight of NXT's 49th episode. Wow, a 95A star, our best rating ever. Also, a few matches with unfinished business. Please play the clip William Regal demands. We see a clip from Aleister Black and Christopher Daniels last night at NXT TakeOver Unopposed, and the clips show hands pulling Black into the ring and under the mat. Regal shudders a bit and says he has no idea what the hell happened, and Daniels denies everything. So at NXT TakeOver Legacy, we're going to see Aleister Black confirming with Christopher Daniels that the pair will face off one last time in a buried alive match. The fans go nuts. A buried alive match? What the hell? Just out of character, guys. I'm a huge fan of these as a kid, so we're going to do it just because I want to do it. And lastly, to announce, at NXT TakeOver Legacy, with all the interference and cheating that the Young Bucks have been a part of since joining NXT, they will take on DIY one more time in a no disqualification match. William Regal's music plays them off. This makes 4 confirmed matches, including AOP versus The Revival. For the NXT Tag Team Championships in Unopposed, a 91 and a 95 by Regal to open up. Wow. What a great start to NXT this week. Next, Tom Phillips and Nigel McGuinness with Steve Corino welcome us to NXT. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT we're going to have one hell of a show. The camera stands on them for a while as we fade to ringside. Tom Phillips says that we're going to kick off NXT with a rematch from NXT TakeOver Unopposed as Adam Cole takes on Crowe right now. A 56C- here to start off NXT's announcing segment, and we're going to get straight into that match. And in a decent but not great match, I can deal with it at 62C. I'll deal. Adam Cole defeats Crowe in 14:34 with a flying cross body. Adam Cole with the victory here tonight to end their program. And Adam Cole is performing in performance skills. So that's great. 62C. Adam Cole celebrates his victory in the ring. Tonight's show is going to be kind of short, guys, as we get a lot of things lined up for the next 6 or 7 shows heading into the Legacy. So this is a very angle-driven show tonight. A lot of quick hitters. Next, the fans cheer as Bayley and Sasha Banks show up on William Regal's screen. Before William Regal can ask the girls what's wrong, they both go into a tirade as it relates to the Women's Revolution, what they did for NXT, and the iconic trio making a joke of NXT. Regal says he knows. He says the iconic trio has been making a mockery of the NXT Women's Championship all year, and while he loved to let you both have a chance, William Regal says he still operates on the right side of the law. So next week, I'm booking you, Bayley, versus you, Sasha, and a one-on-one match with the winner facing Peyton Royce at NXT TakeOver Legacy for the NXT Women's Championship. Bayley side hugs Sasha, and Sasha seems fine with this situation as the duo leave. Legacy is quickly shaping up as Bayley and Sasha will face off to see who faces Peyton Royce at NXT TakeOver Legacy. The new normal storyline has advanced and gained heat. 64C. Next, in a terrible match, Dakota Kai defeats Andrea in 2:48 with a top rope splash. Dakota Kai is not suited to her gimmick. Corino and Tom Phillips were good, which helped a little bit, but Kai and Andrea were just awful here. Kai, the former Evie, I'm trying to beef her up. Because we will be running a Mae Young Classic next year, so I'm trying to build up a couple of the ladies, but just an awful match between the two. I'm going to blame this more on Andrea than Dakota Kai herself, because Kai has good ratings, Andrea's not so much. All right, next, Dakota Kai celebrates in the ring her victory here over NXT UK's Andrea on NXT. So she's not suited to her gimmick. That's not great. We'll have to see what it is. I don't recall. A 55 C- though for Dakota Kai. Next, we see clips of the Authors of Pain defending their titles 5 times successfully in a gauntlet match at NXT TakeOver Unopposed and clinching their match against the Revival at NXT TakeOver Legacy, where they'll defend their tag team championships. The Authors of Pain are unopposed. Performance of Akon was good. Tag title new contender has advanced and gained heat. No worker improvements. 86 B+. Next week, the Revival will be in action. That's Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson will be making their NXT TV debuts here in NXT The Game. 70 AB. And in the next match, and about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Heavy Machinery defeats Masada and Dance of the Crow's Nest when Otis Dazovic defeats Dance by pinfall with a Sega Genesis driver. I don't know whose move that is, but apparently Otis is a Sega fan. 54 and 53 for Heavy Machinery. The Crow's Nest with a 51 and 44. Heavy Machinery get the victory with a 57 C-. This has not been a very good edition of NXT The Game 16 so far tonight, but we'll keep going. A hype video promoting Cedric Alexander. He's debuting next week. And upon seeing that news, we see the announcement shot of TJP, who just saw the announcement of Cedric Alexander coming to NXT, and he looks great. This is Cedric Alexander's picture. It was supposed to be TJ Perkins' picture. That is unfortunate. Cedric Alexander debuts his fan favorite gimmick. That's alright. TJ Perkins is off screen. A little unfortunate, but it happens. Cedric Alexander will be debuting next week on NXT TV, a 72 B-. Alright, next, and about that, had decent wrestling but not much heat. Abby Lath defeats Nikki Cross in 9:06 with a fast roll-up. Carino and Tom Phillips were great at calling the match. The announcing quality lifted the match, a 56 for Cross, 48 for Lath. Cross improving in technical skills, that's fine and dandy. 56 C- for the two ladies here on NXT. After the bell sounds, Abby Lath has just picked up the pinfall victory over Nikki Cross of Sanity tonight. The fans are cheering for her, and Nikki Cross seems besides herself, confused with the loss. Abby has rolled out of the ring and is celebrating with the fans at ringside. Nikki Cross is not happy. So, we're going to have a little program with Abby Lath and Nikki Cross on the sidelines as it relates to the women's division heading towards NXT TakeOver Legacy. 65 C after the match. Next, we see Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre getting into it before the main event at NXT TakeOver Unopposed. We then see Roderick Strong walking past them. Drew McIntyre is set to take on Roderick Strong tonight, the man who beat him earlier in the evening to take his spot in the main event at NXT TakeOver Unopposed. 76 B-. So the storyline has advanced. And we see Triple H on screen, much to the surprise and excitement of the NXT Universe. Triple H says he'll be back in 2 weeks and has a huge announcement to make. So Triple H will be back in 2 weeks. 91A. And in tonight's main event. And about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction from the ground. Drew McIntyre defeats Roddy Strong in 17:38 with the Scott drop. Roderick Strong has a stale gimmick. Tom Phillips and Steve Carino have pretty good chemistry when calling the matches. A 68 and a 65 for Roddy and Drew McIntyre here tonight on NXT The Game. And that is my daughter's doll going off in the background. We will take care of that after this show is done recording. But either way, guys, this was the first the first NXT The Game TV episode after Unopposed, and our first episode as it relates towards the long haul of Legacy. Will be about 6 or 7 matches before we head into Legacy, and by matches I mean shows. I'll have an announcement on my channel pretty soon. Actually, I'll have my announcement on my channel coming up before you guys see this, because we're, like, as I said, about 10 deep in recordings. I'm just recording at this point when I have time and booking when I have time. I've had time the last week, so I've got a couple backlogged, and I'm going to be busy the next couple weeks, so it'll all work out. But I'm a 71C+ for Roddy and Drew as we head down the path towards Legacy. Let's see what our rating is. Hopefully it's a 70. 64, yeah, this was not great. The fans were annoyed at the amount of non-wrestling segments they had to sit through. The show increased our popularity in 34 regions, but a 64C was our worst rating in a very, very, very long time. This was NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 49. Sorry for not being as enthusiastic as I have been, But if you guys will still do me the pleasure of commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing, if you're able to do so, that would be great. If not, I completely understand. But this was NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 49. Everyone have a wonderful evening, and TakeOver Legacy, I have some big surprises for you coming down the hatch. Thanks, everybody.